Hi, this is once again your host Swapnil and welcome to After Work. It's been a while since I posted anything here. I've been busy with work, traveling for work, so I didn't get to post much, but I am thinking about increasing my presence here. And today I want to talk about gaming, a PlayStation. As you know, Sony recently announced a PlayStation Pro. It's already available for pre-order. I have already pre-ordered mine. I have PlayStation 5, the disc version. I pre-ordered it as soon as it was available and I got it on day one and I love it. But I think that instead of launching PlayStation Pro, Sony should have launched or released a different kind of device which is actually needed in comparison to Pro. Before I talk about what that device should be, let's quickly talk about PlayStation and why I love it. Of course, I'm a heavy gamer. I have Xbox, Series X, PlayStation, sim racing setup, Nintendo Switch. But the reason I became a gamer was actually PlayStation. I mean, every kid will love to play game, but I was never a heavy gamer. It's only when PlayStation 4 came out, and I think that's when Zero Dawn Horizon also came out. So I was like, I was also at back then I was tech journalist covering consumer, devices. So of course I had to get that. And when I played Zero Dawn Horizon, I loved it because I'm a science fiction writer, I'm a filmmaker. I like to watch movies, TV shows with great stories. And that game, because of its open world nature, it allowed me to explore the whole game instead of being stressed to finish the game. And I liked, just sit back, relax, take your time, explore things, fight the same machines again and again with different strategies. So I think I played that game 5 or 6 times, finished that 5 or 6 times on different level, and that's when I fell in love with the open world games. And after that, I explored almost every open world game. It might be shocking, it's an older game, but just 3 days ago I finished Days Gone, and I love that game. I want to reset it and kill more hordes. Anyway, the bottom line is that the PlayStation is the reason I fell in love with gaming. But as I played more and more games, I also got into car racing games, but I didn't like with the controller, so I built a whole sim racing setup with motion platform, with PT actuator, sim cube pro, steering wheel, hicing belt, pedals, and stuff like that. It's a beefy 4090 machine. I love that machine. And as I was playing those sim racing games, Seta Corsa and other games, I was like, you know what? Let's just install some, PC games. So I think it was Halo or something like that, and I played it. And then after that, another game, and I think at one point what happened was I was playing Witcher. It was mostly Witcher when Witcher came up with the new updated, and of course on PC you can get better graphics than a console. So I of course installed it and I started playing it on my PC instead of my PlayStation. And then at one point I was traveling. I travel a lot for work, and I wanted to bring that game with me. And with PlayStation, it's not possible. So I got a Asus ROG Scar laptop. Once again, 4090, and install the game, and that way I can travel and be able to play game. Then Steam Deck came out, and of course I got a Steam Deck. It was underwhelming because a lot of games were not supported. Display was also not that great, but other than that, the whole approach was awesome. I loved it. It was just like a companion to my Nintendo Switch. I used to bring Nintendo Switch, but now I started bringing my Steam Deck. Then Asus came up with ROG Ally last year. I immediately got it because suddenly, unlike Steam Deck, where I was limited to the games that were supported, now I can play all Windows game there. I can log into services like Ubisoft, EA, and play their games as well, which was a bit tricky on Steam Deck. I could not even play those Xbox games. And then this year, ROG X came out. Once again, I got it immediately. And what I realized was that now I was not restricted to my game room. I can bring my games with me just like Nintendo Switch, and there was no compromise. So I feel that instead of launching PlayStation Pro, Sony should have come up with a PlayStation portable device. but not something like Vita, which was kind of a disaster because for different platform, your PlayStation games were not supported. There was separate set of games there, or they're cloud based, which is also not practical because of latency, especially when you're playing some of these first person shooter game where latency does matter. I remember when I was a PlayStation user, I will install Sony PlayStation remote on my laptop and try to play game from Europe, and graphics were abysmal. Whole latency was pain, so I could never play those games. So all this cloud streaming for gaming is not going to work because there are so many different factors. So no, we don't want a portable device that is still streaming games from your PlayStation. Sony should launch a device something similar to Steam Deck or ROG Ally, powerful device, 8-inch screen, and it should also have kind of support for just like Nintendo Switch. You can remove the device, plug into your TV when you're in a hotel. The whole idea is that you should be able to bring your games with you. You don't have to go to the games. The games are with you all the time. So Sony should have a PlayStation Pro, which sits in the living room so I can play my 4K games on a big TV. At the same time, PlayStation Portable, with the same game, I just log into my Sony account, download and install those games locally and play those games locally. Now, Sony controls the whole ecosystem from the hardware to the OS to the games. So unlike Windows ecosystem where of course game publishers don't really control Windows OS, here Sony has complete control, so they can optimize their platform for these devices. So I feel that Sony will really change the whole gaming market by coming with the portable version, and not having portable version in this era where people don't go to content. We carry content with us in our devices, books, movies, TV shows. I mean, all of us, nobody just sits at home and does things. We travel a lot, so whether it's plane, whether it's a hotel room, whether it's a cruise ship, we should be able to consume our content same way. We should be able to play our games irrespective of where we are. So Sony, if you're listening, of course Pro is a great device, but this is still past. The future is in our pockets. So please come up with a portable but not half-baked cloud-based streaming device, but come up with a full-fledged PlayStation Portable where we should be able to play all these PlayStation games on the go locally. And also don't lock it down just like ROG Ally or Steam Deck. We should be able to upgrade storage as we need. That will really be a game changer. That will also kind of disrupt the whole market Nintendo has created because of this whole portable game console. So Sony, please do that. And I'm telling you, this is what we all need. And Microsoft, if you're listening, of course, you don't need it because you have ROG Ally, but do something maybe in the VR space. But I'm asking just too much. What I'm asking Sony is, please come with a full-fledged PlayStation Portable similar to ROG Ally, and that's way we will be able to play all your games wherever you are. I mean, we will all be winner, right? So let's do it. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Also, I mean, just share your thoughts, viewers. What do you think? Do you think Sony should come up with such a portable device? Thanks for watching and share your thoughts in the comments below. Bye for now.